Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dawn of the Final Day. Day 12 of the 12 days of Pokemon memories. We've gone through 11 days and 11, I was about to say generations, but 11 types of games. And now it's time to go back to the very beginning. Gen 1, Ruby, Red, Blue, Red, Blue, and Yellow. Ty.
And Ruby.
It's RBY. I read that as Ruby. Anyway, Ty, why don't you get us started?
Alright, so obviously these are the beginning games. I remember spending all of the time that has ever existed on them. I learned how to master time travel to go back in time and spend more time on them. I have exhausted the world's supply of batteries in the Game Boy Color playing these games. Yes, so I just remember back to my first Pokemon adventure, knowing nothing at all about anything. Was that first grade or was that even before first grade?
I think it was first grade.
Yeah, I started out with Squirtle, and basically I just soloed the game with Blastoise. Surf, Hydro Pump, Strength, and Blizzard. I remember I had a War Turtle before I gave Oak his parcel.
Nice.
Even like go north of Viridian City, and I already had War Turtle. It was a simpler time.
True.
It was a weirder time. Just mash buttons infinitely. Just keep surfing everything forever. When you run out of surf, then use your other moves. The rest of my party was just background. Like, I probably kept ducks to huck with cut I probably kept that in there and it could fly. And then you didn't need Flash because everyone can do Rock Tunnel blindfolded. They're like remembering I think the only thing I actually read for dialogue in there were the books about Mew and Mewtwo in the mansion. Otherwise you just mash buttons so you don't have any idea what's going on. And of course, missing now, bird type, evolving into Kangaskhan, and doing Water Gun twice. That's a classic. So what about your memories of Red, Blue, Yellow?
Oh boy. Well, I can't remember, because we talk about these, we gotta talk about, our first, introduction to Pokemon in general. I think the cards entered my horizon before the games, because the cards got outlawed at our school, and the day they got outlawed I got my first cards, and then that I think got me interested in the games. I don't remember, that might be backwards, but either way, like I said, in the last episode I didn't have this game of my own, so I played Ty's and my cousin Luke's, and when I first played it, I didn't know how to save, so every time you just start it and click new game again. So the first time I ever got to Brock, I felt so accomplished, because getting any farther than Brock was an ordeal back then to me. I don't know, because playing for longer than an hour or two at a time was a bit difficult, but the first time I did it, I felt pretty great. And then once I learned how to save and catch other Pokemon, that was a huge epiphany and kind of opened the game wide open. Another there was that era, the original era it happened, and I actually don't remember a lot about it because, like I said, I didn't have the game myself, but there's rumors going around, Mew under the truck, Missing No, a lot of rumors about Missing No, but more so M that I could get into, but we don't need to get into that. After that era though, I think it was a retro, because Gold and Silver were out. I don't think Gen 3 was out yet, but you and I were playing them again, and I remember there was one summer where we would play through the game every single day. Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Those I don't know.
Also, you didn't mention in mentioning Mew under the truck and those things. You didn't mention Peekaboo.
Oh, true.
Which
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you had to
there were so
get
many,
everyone up to level 99 and yeah, all the
so many rumors and stuff. Like, but that's getting more so into just Pokemon in general, not specifically the games. So I didn't want to dwell too much on that. But that summer was so I don't even know how we did it, but it was like legit every day we beat the game. It was insane.
I mean, when you have Wartortle like before you even get to Radiant Forest, that helps.
I guess.
And always. I also remember like the most common thing ever was catching over-leveled Dugtrios.
That was
Like it was.
It was uncommon for me to find Dugtrio. I know you had a lot of good luck with it,
That's
but
all I could ever find. That's all I could ever find. Like I'm just like, oh, here's a Dugtrio. It's like almost my level. Great, I'll catch it. It's like only, well, not almost my level. I was so over leveled always with just my Blastoise, but I definitely had Blastoise at that point. But I'm like, oh, this is like only 6 levels lower than me at level 31 here. I'll catch that, and that usually ended up being like my secondary mon that like would exist basically only when Blastoise like ran out of PP and I didn't feel like going to heal. So it's like, okay, I'll use Dugtrio for a minute.
my first mon was Squirtle too. Before I like really knew Pokemon, I thought the 3 starters were Squirtle, Charmander, and Pikachu. I thought it was water, fire, electric. I didn't know grass existed. I didn't know Bulbasaur existed. So like when I first saw Bulbasaur, I was like, whoa, what's this little guy? And became one of my favorites after that. But yeah, I remember my first encounter with Bulbasaur, it was like, whoa.
Also, I remember like after the first playthrough, oftentimes I would use Nidoking, which was Nidoran that would evolve in Mount Moon, and then immediately I would use the Moonstone, and I'd have Nidoking at level 16 or 18. I don't remember what level it was.
I think it's 16.
I'd have like Nidoking right then, just in time to face Misty, the water type that uses water moves and is water. Oh, there only being 3 of the 4 Rocket Brothers.
Wait, really?
Do you remember that?
No. I thought
I would like look around all the time. I'd like battle one. They're like, I'm one of the 4 Rocket Brothers. And I swear, like every time I'd count them, and there was only ever 3.
Some Cell Junior type stuff going on. I thought there were 4. I don't know.
Wait, what do you mean Cell Junior stuff?
There's supposed to be like 7 Cell Juniors, but they animated 8 getting killed. So.
Oh, okay. Back to this though. Red, blue, yellow. Anything about yellow? Because we didn't say much about yellow.
I played yellow, I guess, in the original era, but like I didn't own it until way later. When I did get it, it was so much harder. Not just because you needed to use a Pikachu that couldn't evolve, but just the trainers themselves. Like Koga was level 50 with a Venomoth. It's like,
his Venonats level, what were they, 42, 44, 46, 48, and then a level 50 Venomoth.
Yeah, it's like, get out of here, Koga.
And Pikachu, who just knows Slam, Thunderbolt, Thunder, and I don't even think it knows a 4th move, just the Double Team.
Yep.
Yeah, that was always my Pikachu moveset. Yeah, no, that game was very difficult.
Way later in, I played yellow again to actually like beat it legit. Well, like when I knew more about Pokemon and stuff, and I think I ended up using a Mew. So when I said legit, I'm not, I'm not accurate about that. But getting like, it was crazy, like going through so many years of rumors of Mew existing under the truck and stuff, but then finding out you actually can get it in the game through glitches. When I first found out, I had to do it, and I got a Mew and used it, and that was pretty cool.
I've never done that. I did see it. Like I've watched videos of it being done, like quote unquote legitly. But
speaking of legit, remember using the Game Shark on this too? There was a cheat where you could jump. Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember jumping and you could just like go into space and like die.
Yeah. I remember one time I jumped into the fountain in Silphco, and I couldn't get out because once you went in, I got on my Pokemon and started surfing, and then like there's barrier around it, so I couldn't jump out of the barrier, so like I just soft locked myself and had to restart the whole game. That don't cheat, kids, because then that'll happen.
Cheating is never ever good except for all of the other times, but don't do that.
Right. All right. I think that's a good highlight to end it on, don't you?
I agree.
All right. So I guess that will conclude the 12 days of Pokemon memories. Like we said at the intro video, maybe look for a surprise video tomorrow.
Well, maybe not a surprise video since we've told you about it several times, but
Right.
a special video.
Yes. The contents of the video will be a surprise.
Okay, that's legit. Yes.
All right. So I hope you enjoyed this series. I hope you're having a great Christmas Eve if you're celebrating it. If not, I hope you're having a great whatever day it is. I believe Monday.
And even if you're celebrating Christmas Eve, then I hope you have a great Monday too.
Yeah.
Celebrating Christmas Eve, then I hope you're having a great Tuesday.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get on out of here before we destroy this outro any longer. So, hope you're looking forward to one final video tomorrow. And thank you for sticking through this series. And have a good day, guys.
You enjoyed it.